Okay. So this first question was exports. The second is imports. Okay. Now imports, what we do is basically, so if you are doing imports, now in imports what happens? Your money is going to go abroad. That means if you have a imports, you're importing, in dollar terms from outside, you have to pay $1 lakh to someone. That means you're going to send dollars abroad. Okay, fine. You have to make a payment in dollars. So do it now. Borrow money in rupee. Okay, convert the rupee into dollars and invest in dollars. What you're going to do is basically, you're going to borrow in rupees in India, okay, in the home currency, convert your rupee into dollars at the spot rate and invest your dollars so that the amount goes off to pay your liability. Because you have to make up your liabilities in dollars, isn't it? You are an importer, you are going to pay someone dollars. So what you do, you borrow in India, convert that into dollars and take that money and put them into a dollar deposit there, invest there, so that the dollars will grow and it should be able to meet your dollar liability. So borrow and invest in such a way that your dollar liability is getting met out of this transaction. So that is what you have to do. Okay. Now, when you borrowed money in India, so you have to pay interest as well as your principal amount after the borrowing period is over. So that is your cost of imports or cost of hedging. Fine. That becomes your cost. Okay. Fine. So here we are assuming there is no forward contract. So if you do this, you will get this kind of a outcome. Then if your forward rate is available, then you weight both, which is more beneficial to you. Is this box is beneficial or the forward rate is beneficial? Then make a choice. Okay, fine. So let's do the question so that we understand. So now here it is both things, forward cover as well as money market. Fine. So there is a company called A Limited. This company is of UK. They imported some chemicals worth dollars, which is $364,000 from one of the US suppliers. The amount is payable in 6 months' time. Okay. The relevant spot rate and forward rates are given to you. The spot rate is given, bid and ask, and 6 months forward rate is also given, bid and ask. The borrowing rates in UK and US are given 7%, 6% respectively, and deposit rates at 5% and 4.5% respectively. Now, the company has two choices. One is the forward cover, a second is money market. Which of the alternate will be preferable? Okay, fine. So when you have to buy dollars, okay, so for imports, it's the bid rate. For an export, it is the ask rate. Sorry, ask is for the importer and bid is for the exporter. Okay, remember that. So we'll just do that. Okay. So A Limited, I think this is the same question which I have put it in a box. This thing, just go through this question again. Just have a look at the question, and if you want to just note down some of the numbers, you can do it so that we can always run through the slides again, to and forth, and so that you can. So how much amount is payable? 3,64,000 in dollars, and your home currency is UK. Okay, the amount payable is in 6 months, and the rate of spot rate and the 6 months forward rate are both given to you, and even the borrowing rate and lending rates of UK and US are both given. Okay, the company has two choices, either a forward cover or a money market cover. Okay, which of the alternate is preferable? Okay, so the amount payable is 6 months time is so much, 6 months forward rate. So first is apply the forward rate, which is straightforward. The forward rate is given to you, £1 is equal to 1 point so many dollars. Okay, but your exposure is in which currency? Dollars or pounds? It is in dollars. You have to pay in dollar, but the currency quote is given in pounds. It is written £1 is equal to so many dollars. So first you have to convert this into a dollar quote. Okay, so how do? We do the reciprocal and divide by 1. Okay, so we do this, so we will get the dollar quote. Have you done this? This you are aware? So we will convert into dollar, because actually you need dollars, not pounds. Okay, so you should have the right rate. Fine. So $1 is equal to 0.640, which is, by taking 1 divided by 1.5609, which comes, the bid will become ask and ask will become bid. Okay. So that's what we have done, and we have, are you aware of this, all of you? Okay. So now we have to apply the relevant rate. Okay. Now tell me which rate will be applicable, 0.64704 or 0.64065. Just raise your hands. So the first is a bid and second is the ask. And who you are? Importer. For importer, what is the rate? The bid rate or the ask rate? Bid rate or the ask rate? Bid rate or the ask rate? Huh? She says ask, you said bid. What about you, gentlemen? So we are all divided. Bid, ask, bid, ask. You see, bid is always lower than the ask. When you are an importer, you have to always pay the higher price. Okay? Fine. So you have to, without even remember the concept, ask is always for an importer and bid is when you are coming from outside and you are getting dollars and you want to convert them into rupees, you convert at the bid rate. But when you need dollars, you have to look at the ask rate. Okay? Multiply with the ask rate rather than the bid rate. Okay? Fine. So multiply it by the ask rate. So if you do that, so that means your amount will be 2,36,103. Okay? When you go to the dealer, okay, he'll give you two-way quote, bid and ask. Okay? Suppose you are gone to a dealer, okay, and he says it is like this, 86, 87. This is the rate and this is the bid rate and this is the ask rate. Okay? Now, this is the rate at which the dealer is going to buy from you, or you are going to sell your dollars at this rate. Fine. This is the rate at which the dealer will be selling dollars to you. This is the rate at which you are going to buy the dollars from him. This is his sell rate and you are buying rate. So when you buy, you. When you sell, then this is the rate. So you sell 86, you buy at 87. So dealer is going to make money, isn't it? When you go to the dealer, he'll say, if you want to buy, I'm going to give you as 87. But if you have dollars with you and you want to convert them in rupees, you will get only 86. Is that okay? So bid is always lower than the ask. Ask belongs to the importer and bid belongs to the exporter. Here you are an importer, so you have to look for the ask rate. Is that okay? So remember, ask is most of the time when we are importers, ask. Most of the questions are always on the import. But some questions on export, then use the bid rate. Okay, is that okay? So now we have got 2,36,103 rupees. Okay. Now, okay, so this is this thing. Now we go to the money market. So in case of imports, the money has to flow abroad. Fine. So borrow in pounds. That means your home currency is pound. You borrow the money in England and invest in US. Okay, because you have to make ultimately dollar payment to someone. Okay, you are in England. You have to pay somebody in dollars. So you first borrow pounds in England. Okay, and borrow pounds, which is your home currency, and then convert the pounds in dollars at the spot rates and take the money outside. Okay. So you are going to first borrow pounds and then convert them into US rates and invest in US so that the investment grows and it will pay off your liability in foreign currency, which is 3,64,000. Okay. Invest in dollars so that the amount grows to pay off the US liability. Is that okay? Fine. This is what we do. Now the home currency, in home currency you have taken pound loan, you have to pay interest on that. So principal plus interest will become your cost of hedging, your cost of the dollars. Okay, fine. Is that okay? So now, how much should he deposit? Now here we have to look a little bit backward. Okay, because he is going to deposit the money in such a way in America so that it grows to 3,64,000. Okay, so how much should he deposit in dollars so that he can make an import payment? So this is the amount he has to pay. So deposit rates in America are given at 4.5% in the question. So if you pick up the relevant rate, because he is going to deposit this money in England, in America. Okay. So that means you have to 4.5% is a per annum rate and it's a 6 months. So 3,64,897 divided by 1.0225, which is 4.5 divided by 2. Okay, fine. So that means you have to, invest 3,56,867 rupees. If you add 4.5% to it, and for 6 months it will be equivalent to 3,64,000. If you do a back calculation, तो आपको अमेरिका में कितना पैसा लगाना है? 3,56,867 rupees. Oh, sorry, $3,56,867. This is what you have to invest in America so that it grows to 3,64,000. If you invest at 4.5%, this will be will meet your this thing. So, and how do you do it? 1 plus the rate of interest divided by 2. So this is what we did. Now, you are going to borrow in the first step was to borrow in pounds. Okay, so we come back to the step 1, borrow in pounds. How much? 3,56,000. We just calculated this is the money required, okay, to pay off your US liability. Fine. So he has to borrow 3,56,000, not 3,64,000. Okay, 3,56,000 equivalent in pounds. So he is going to convert that into pounds, and that much of money he is going to borrow. Fine. So the rate is given in pound. You convert that into dollars. Okay, and use the relevant rate, which is again ask rate here, because you are going to convert. You are buying. Okay, you are buying what? Dollars. So use the ask rate. So that means you need 2,28,000 pounds, odd pounds. This much of money will get converted into pound. Okay, so this is the money you require in England. Okay, fine. इतना पैसा आपको चाहिए इंग्लैंड में, आप बोरो करोगे. अब इसको बोरो करोगे तो आपको इंटरेस्ट भी देना पड़ेगा. So you borrow and you pay interest 7%. You calculate the interest come to 7,998. So that means principal plus interest will come to 2,36,000. You borrowed some money, you paid 7%. So payable after 6 months, how much? 2,36,510 pounds. Okay. Now just see both the things. Okay. When you took a forward contract, it was 2,36,102. When you took a money market hedge, it was 2,36,510. So which is better? You should go for a forward cover, because here the forward cover is coming out better. Is that okay? Is it okay? Have you followed? You will be reading a video to again go through.